Okay, got my water. There we go. Hello everyone, I am Sonicbot, and I'm here to talk about E3. So far, it's been a ride. From the lazy riverness of EA to the starting chain lift of that is Xbox, and the downhill slope that is Bethesda, in a good way. Think of it like a roller coaster. So I'm gonna compile EA, Xbox, and Bethesda into one because kind of didn't record yesterday, so I'm making it up by putting them all together today. And I think I might be able to do the same for tomorrow with Ubisoft and Sony, but Nintendo will get their own video. So let's start off with EA, the very first company that showed off, and by far it is what everyone expected, with some glimmers of gold. It's a pile of stinky fried fish, with the good meat being Unravel 2, and the other EA Originals game. I think it's called Sea of Sorrow. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. But everything else was just an entire boards fest. FIFA, I didn't care. Anthem, not much was said about it. All I know is that it's a bunch of Iron people, just going into a vast jungle and blowing stuff up. That's pretty much all it was. EA today, or this year, was very much like a lazy river, very slow, lame. But you can make a lazy river ride fun. It's just that, it's very hard to do. And again, FIFA, I didn't care. Madden, I didn't care. They showed off Conquest and Conquer, I think it was. Didn't really care about it. So yeah, 3 out of 10. Do better next year. So onward to Xbox. Now, Xbox was a surprise. They made it up for last year. A lot of people were wondering if they were going to bring the exclusives, and I think they did. Even though it's going to be on even though it's technically the word exclusive wasn't really uttered, all except for like maybe Battletoads, the Cuphead DLC, and what was the other one? It was Crackdown 3. That one. Those ones are going to be exclusive to X, but this is confusing. Like, they have PC and Xbox integration, however, the problem is that they don't really have. There's really no reason to get an Xbox. If you can get it on PC, and even then, there's Steam, which is a better alternative, to some extent, a better alternative to the Microsoft Store. Maybe, the one thing that they need is that they need to have a hard what's the word? Exclusive. They need a hard, concrete exclusive for the Xbox console, because why would I get an Xbox One over a PS4? But that wasn't to say that there wasn't any surprising trailers there. For one thing, Kingdom Hearts 3. My gosh. They introduced the Frozen world, which is great. You know, love me them Frozen, even though I kind of don't really like the movie. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, and Aqua was shown off with the yellow eyes, and that means bad stuff. Let's see. Devil May Cry 5 has been announced or shown off. And while I never really played a DMC game, I think I want to try it with Devil May Cry 5. Then there was Battletoads. Now that to me was a surprise. You know, it's finally a rare game that is now being pushed as its own game. Stuff, I guess. Yeah, I think they showed off Sea of Thieves. With 2 expansions, which is nice because I think Sea of Thieves really needs it. It's being touted as like a bad game on Xbox, even though Sea of Thieves is the only. I think Sea of Thieves is the only Xbox game exclusive. You know. But I think this expansion to Sea of Thieves is something that can help the game and to some extent the console. But they're gonna need more than just one game. And then there was this isometric Zelda clone where the main protagonist was a fox. I mean, that got me interested, I guess. Oh yeah, they opened up with Ori and the Will of the Wisps, I think it was called. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Yeah. Looks beautiful. I never really played Ori before, so I don't know really what to say. Oh yeah, Tomb Raider was also shown off. Again, I have never played a Tomb Raider game before, so I got nothing to say there. Yeah. I think I can move on to Bethesda. Now, Bethesda was amazing. So far, it is the best conference of this year, unless Sony, Ubisoft, or Nintendo would like to one-up them. Now, they have shown off, let's see, they showed off some mobile games. Elder Scrolls Blades, Shelter. Well, to some extent, Shelter. Actually, that's pretty an old one. Never mind. Forget the Shelter. We need food. So, Blades, Elder Scrolls Blades is interesting to me because, interesting in the sense that what they did was very impressive. First off, it is a straight up Elder Scrolls game that is essentially ported to the mobile game, to the mobile market, with high-end graphics and all that. It's really impressive, really. You can like play it on the side or in portrait mode, so that's nice. Let's see. They shown off Starfield, a new adventure to the final frontier. And that's something that has piqued my interest. Same goes for Elder Scrolls 6, which they showed at the very last few seconds. Um, then there's Fallout 76, which I found interesting in the sense that it is your typical Fallout game that is 100% online. I mean, you can play the game solo, but you can play with friends online, which is nice. And it was something that I figured that Elder Scrolls would have. You know, like to the extent of inviting your friends over to your game. That's essentially it. Just online co-op, really. Um. Also, we can never get uh, the greatest announcement. Skyrim, the very special edition, ported to the Amazon Life pager, Etch and Sketch, and your fridge ice dispenser. Yeah, I'm really excited for that port. But I do have one question, Bethesda. Is it coming out on my toaster? That is the important question. Yeah. So far it was nothing. So far, this year's E3 has been nothing but going up. It was only going up from EA, which is starting out pretty low, but with a slight incline from Xbox to from a very steep incline from Bethesda. Now, what are Sony and Ubisoft going to show off? Well, Sony is probably going to show off Spider-Man and the Spyro trilogy, Reignited trilogy, because Spyro was originally a PS1 exclusive, and I'm guessing they're going to do the same thing with the Insane trilogy, where it comes out on PS4 first, and then it gets ported to every other console. I'm pretty sure they're going to do that. Oh yeah, there's also a very random thing that just popped up in my head, but Tetris Effect, where it's a brand new Tetris game. I mean, what can you say about Tetris? It's a very well known puzzle game, but I think they're going to at least mention it there. But yeah, that's pretty much the only ones they're gonna show off is Marvel with the new Spider-Man game, and the Spyro one, I think. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be a little late mentioning. I'm probably gonna be a little late commenting over Ubisoft's and Sony's press conference due to me having school. Though this is the last week. I'm going to be a little late with this, so it will happen, but it's going to be a little late. Can't say anything else much before. So, I'm glad I hope you enjoyed this little discussion. I guess it's more rambling, really. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably late at night. So yeah, take care.